But once you sign in and everything like that, you go to Start Activity. Okay, so it gives you these notes to start with function notation, y though. And suppose you have to evaluate this equation when x is 10. So you have this equation, and then you have x equals 10. So you substitute in for x, negative 3x, negative 3 over 5x, or I'm sorry, negative 3 over 5 times 10 plus 2. You type that into Desmos, so you get negative 4. There's another way to find this, and you can use f of x for 10 for this. And a more efficient way is using Desmos. So what it's saying here is that we would type in these lines into Desmos. So this is what this means. If I pull up Desmos, reminder, just to show you real quick, if you go here to Home, go to Course Links, and click on Desmos, it'll automatically load it up for you. So this is what this part is trying to say. If I type in f of x equals negative 3 over 5 x plus 2, then the next line I can type in f of 10, and it will tell me that it's negative 4. Because I gave the function a name and a process, then Desmos will automatically input this in as f of 10. So then I click Next. So it says evaluate these functions. So again, if I simply change this to f parenthesis x parenthesis, and by the way, you notice how it gives me this orange triangle? Because it doesn't have a function yet. So this is trying to say, hey, what happens when it's 10? What happens when it's 10? But it doesn't have a function yet. So I say equals, and then I'm going to type in right here what they give me right here. 2 divided by 3. I have to hit over with the arrow, so in that way it won't type it at the bottom. X minus 1. And then it says, hey, what happens when f is negative 3? So I type it in. Get rid of my 10. I can get rid of this whole thing if I want. F of negative 3. And so it gives me negative 3. What happens when f is 0? So then I type it in, 0. It gives me negative 1. What happens when it's 9? F parenthesis 9. It gives me 5. So my answers are negative 3, negative 1, and 5. So I type in negative 3, negative 1, and 5. And if you want to be extra, what you could do is say f of negative 3 equals negative 3. F of 0 equals negative 1. F of 9 equal 5. And then click Submit. And if you need to edit it and make adjustments, you can. And then you click up here to Next. Okay. Desmos can be used for tool. For the first row, we typed in this. This is what we did. We typed in this in the first row. In the following rows, we typed in negative 3, f of negative 3, f of 0, and f of 9. And we got the same answers. So did you correctly evaluate it? Yes, we did. All right, now it wants you to type it in here. But if you already did it on the other one, then you're good. And then it moves on to another function. And this is the point in time in which it's really beneficial to type this in, because now instead of substituting in one place, we're substituting into 2 places. So it's going to be beneficial to change your function, so in that way you can go ahead and evaluate these. Okay. All right, you're working through the rest of these slides. There are a total of 12 slides.